Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our planning session. How's everyone doing? Let's see. Who did I see? I saw Phyllis. Hello. And Ninja. Welcome back. Elizabeth. Good afternoon. Definitely. Heather. Hi. Time to get organized. Fingers crossed. I love it. Let's see. Hey, Allie. How's it going? Let's see. Elaine. Hi, everyone. Grinning face. You made it. That's awesome. I will try not to do earlier times if I can avoid them. Let's see. Jenna, ready to go? So glad to see everyone again. Definitely. Elaine, need to grab another coffee quickly before we start. Well, she'll be right back with us. Let's see. Lysanda, hey, good afternoon. Elizabeth, I'm doing all right. I love it. Rita, hello, hello. See, Elizabeth. Oh, a different background. Yes, this one is local, guys. This one is actually in I'm gonna say my own backyard, but no, it's in our neighboring community. One of their very pretty parks that we happened to be in last weekend, and we decided it was so pretty we got to film it so we could use it. Let's see, what do we got here, Elizabeth? Okay, that background makes me want to take a long hike. Ooh, yes, it was. It's just. The neighboring community municipality to us is the city of parks. That's what they've deemed themselves. So they have so many gorgeous parks, and this one just happened to have this lovely garden area. And as we were waiting for our daughter to finish up her chess stuff, we went for a little stroll and just walked around and kind of went, ooh, camera time. Okay, guys, we'll just give Elaine a second to pop back in. So how's your week been going, guys? Check in, let us know. I'm working with my new goals for using the HB90 method. I'm trying Sarah's technique she used for her goal 3 of doing the point system and then just having like a laundry list of the things I'm trying to do. That's kind of that get healthy, get more knowledge, plan more, and get more consistently, and all the kind of things I threw in there. I'm not even sure everything I threw on that page. Exercise and eating better, and you saw the ones that Sarah did there, and I added a few of my own. I've never done meditation. I threw it on there. I thought, so the only thing I'm not liking about it is at the end of the week I have a count, but I don't necessarily know where the count went, so I got to figure that out. But other than that, I think it's working a bit better. Let's see. Lovely. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. And then our clocks changed recently, so the time change was a bit rough for a week or so, but this is a good time. Oh, good. Excellent. Phyllis, great week. Very productive. Love to hear that. Jenna, doing a mini point system for Nano myself. Ooh, I like that. Explain, express, tell us what you're doing, share, if you want to. Elizabeth, I start getting into weightlifting, and that made me more tired, so I didn't get as much running done as I would have liked. But I have to put on a bit more muscle since I've been doing weight training. Okay. Little by little increments, that way you're staying healthy. Let's see, Elaine, week went well for me. I got the book up, though without 1 chapter, so I need to write and upload that today. Long story, laugh out loud. You're working on it yesterday, and I know you're close, so you've got this. Let's see, Rita, good week, but suffering with a sinus infection, so slept more this week. Did get a new chapter written, though. That's awesome. Hey, Vixen, hello. How's it going? Okay, guys, we're going to dive right on into our first panel. For anyone who's looking for writing sprints this afternoon, we're going to have about an hour break, and then I'm going to dive back in at 5 p.m. Eastern for our writing sprints. I'm not sure. I think today we might do 225s and 145 just because it is Thanksgiving here. So I'm going to try to keep it a little more to the 2 hour instead of the 2 or 3 hour and see where we end up. But I want to at least get a good 2 hour chunk in there. So we probably do 225s and a 45-minute in there. So we get that nice long stretch again. I quite enjoyed that yesterday. I hope you guys did too. Let's see, Elizabeth, I had to start with a low amount of weight when I started in September since I had pulled a chest muscle. On the bright side, my pulled chest muscle is doing much better. Well, that's good. Phyllis, I caught up with all the housework I have been putting off. It feels good to close out those tasks. Oh, I love that. Congrats. Oh, that's so good. I know that was irritating you that those things just kept showing up on your list. Let's see, Vixen, have to finish my weekly planning, then back to chapter rewrites. Awesome. Heather, that's right. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you. Phyllis, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Mo. Hey, good afternoon. Okay, guys, we're going to dive into our first panel and get our planners open to last week's plan. And we're going to see what we actually truly did accomplish. I ended up getting a bit of a cold flu thing, so I know I did not get as much done as I wanted to. But that said, because I had a plan, I still got a good amount done, so I'm not too worried. Let's see. We're so thankful for you. Oh, thank you, Heather. I feel so excited to plan this week. Yes. Okay, guys. So what you're looking to note is your successes, your challenges, your biggest distractions, and your best fixes. I love the best fixes. And what needs to be carried forward. Elizabeth, I am loving weightlifting now that I've got a good routine for it, along with a few swim lessons I should be able to accomplish more writing this week than last week. I like the sounds of that. You will have to tell us how that goes on next Sunday. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer going up. Let's go through our plans. Hopefully everybody has theirs pulled up, whether it's digital or a physical planner. And let's go through that, or even just a notebook where you're pre-planning. That is perfectly fine. Or even if you're if you're using just a scrap piece of paper that you can pull back out, toss after this week, and it's already in your planner, but you keep it for 1 week, right? All right, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's take our weekly review and see what we have to carry forward and where we succeeded this week, and go. Let's see. Okay, how did you guys do? Let's see. Elizabeth, I plan to buy a new desk chair this week, probably this weekend, and I can say that adjusting to weightlifting took time from writing, but in the long haul, my writing can improve from weightlifting. Definitely. The stronger you are, the healthier you are. Let's see, Jenna, like the moon phases changing. I'm struggling with many distractions this week. I need to find a better balance in the coming week. You also have some challenges going on. I mean, no heat. That's not acceptable. And your landlord isn't doing what they should be doing. Let's be honest. I think that's kind of a basic thing. Houseworks. Just saying. Let's see, Elizabeth, being disciplined in one area of your life can help you be disciplined in another area of your life. That is so true. I love that. Beautifully said. Let's see, Elaine, last week I got a lot of strategizing and writing editing done, but I fell down on personal care stuff, gym, meal planning, etc. But you're kind of hitting that deadline thing though, so that could be a part of the balancing that you were needing to pour yourself more into that. Let's see, Rita, even though not feeling the best, I managed to tidy up the house since I knew my kids would be home for Thanksgiving. I'm not ready for the rock lesson on Thursday, but I have at least the books. Perfect. And you can just, as you walk by, kind of, pull out the box that has them, pull another box, just pull out the ones that you're finding interesting as you pass by. Rita, no accounting, but I wrote a new chapter and some Preptober stuff and joined a local writers group on Discord thanks to Nana website. Sweet, I love that. Phyllis, good week. Got my COVID booster. Still have to do that. Recovery was longer than expected and possibly ended up with a mild cold flu. Didn't get a lot of writing done, however, and attended a conference and weekly Bible study. Nice. Okay, guys, we are going to switch panels. For me, I got the writing went well. The social media went okay. And the other, I'm going to call it sis, because I did finally get to attend writing sprints, which I haven't done for a while because I was letting life take me away whenever those were on. So I actually made it to Lisa's and Diane's and Jenna's. So I'm very happy this week for that. It felt wonderful to write with you guys. So more than just on the weekend. I think we ate a bit healthier. I won't talk about the pizza yesterday. And, yeah, that work-life balance is tough. I'm okay going hard for a week or two. I can take a more chill week after that. Exactly. Elizabeth, another thing I'd like to do is find a way to treat my cluster headaches. I thought I had a migraine this morning, but a few hours after it hit, I was doing better. These cluster headaches can feel like migraines since I get nauseous with these. Oh no! And they're not calling them migraines? That is interesting. I thought that was one of the defining factors of a nasty little migraine. Yay for Elaine. Thank you. I started the week strong, but lost the focus in the past couple days. I had some recurring health things going, but it seems it's better now. I did great at writing 2 whole chapters. That's awesome. Elaine, for writing sprints. Exactly. We're not sharing your migraines on ever. Let's see, Phyllis. Well, maybe I did get a little writing done. I attended my ear sprint yesterday. I wrote 700 plus words and started NaNoWriMo planning and updated my Kanban. I need to give myself some grace. Yeah, you did, and life is about balance. Some weeks it's going to be a lot, some weeks it's going to be, and that is a great job, no, definitely. Okay, guys, we're going to pop into our next panel and do Elaine's favorite. Avoiding. What? Why? Does it still matter? Make it priority number 1 and free yourself of it. What have you guys been avoiding this week? I'm not going to give myself grace on this one because the video I wanted to record, I wasn't feeling great and I did not have the energy level or the motivation for that matter to do a video. I just didn't. I felt awful. I just was like, okay, you will happen next week. That's all there is to it. So on that one, fine. That will get moved to tomorrow. I'm gonna make it tomorrow. I'm gonna make it happen. Even if I have to fake it. I'm gonna fake my enthusiasm for it. Let's see, Elizabeth. Well, I'm not calling it a migraine since sometimes I get nauseous with these headaches and sometimes I don't. And they're on and off when they happen, so they happen in clusters when they occur. Oh, that sucks. Hoping solutions come your way. Nothing worse than a headache that derails you, or a migraine, or cluster headaches that just take your time from you. Maybe make yourself a list of things that are high energy tasks, like you're writing, you're working out, etc. And maybe make some low energy tasks lists, things you can do when the headaches hit that are easier but still need to get done. Possibly. Let's see. Thanks, Phyllis for Mo. And Elaine tired myself. Okay, guys, we are going to put on the 2-minute timer and we are going to decide what it is we've been avoiding, and we're going to just move it right up and make it priority number 1 into next week's plan. If you can somehow incorporate it into your Monday's plan and see it off your plate, that is ideal. It's hard to treat cluster headaches. I think it's hard to treat any headaches. I don't think that they they are as understood as they should be by this point, given the number of people who suffer from them. This headache this morning put me back to sleep for a bit. But sometimes that's the best approach. Fighting it makes it worse often, right? Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up, and we're going to tackle our avoidance issues and fix them by making them go away. Okay, guys, and go. Okay, let's see. So how did you guys make out of that one? Let's see. See, Phyllis, avoiding studying for a certification for work. I have decided not to pursue it right now. I will revisit it in Q1 2023. Yes, just not the right time for you. I know you've been considering that one for a bit. But I love that you're being honest with yourself and you realize it's just not part of the plan right now. Elaine, I am avoiding this chapter in the book Laugh Out Loud, but I do plan to get it written and re-upped. Today, it's Monday here. Also need to get my meal planning done today since we do the shopping tomorrow. Sounds like a beautiful plan. Phyllis, I removed the certification from my work goals for 2022. That made me feel better. Yeah, it's a good decision for you, I can tell. Let's see. Rita, I just avoided accounting. I can't deal with numbers when I'm not feeling the best. Oh, that's good to know about yourself. I even needed to step away from 2 late afternoon sprints for me, Melissa, and Jenna's for rest and sleep. And you were taking self-care by doing that. Even to be on a sprint, you still have to have some energy, right? Elizabeth, I put a lot of energy into my day job and weightlifting, plus I went to a fair yesterday. Oh, sweet, fun. So I didn't prioritize my writing as much, but I am ready to tackle a lot of writing this week. Perfect. I love the trade-off, and there is beautiful balance in there, even if you don't see it yet. Let's see, Elizabeth, I did sleep a bit more this week, and I do have a nutrition plan in place so I can fuel myself with all the workouts I do. Ah, perfect. Love that. That is actually a good reminder. If you guys are working out, eat better. Your body will need it, right? Heather, I am avoiding figuring out assets and debts. I really need to get it done so we can move to the next phase in the divorce. Start with a scrap piece of paper and just start throwing down your ideas of where you think things are. And then you can start pulling out the actual confirmations of those numbers so that you can, at least you have a place to start. It'll be easier that way, right? You'll have your laundry list to work through, right? Jenna, book 4.0 draft being done. Nice, but retreat weekend is ahead. I know. I'm so excited. Let's see. Phyllis to Elizabeth. That fair sounds lovely. What a nice thing to do for yourself and your writing. I like that. Yes, that is definitely a nice way of looking at that. Okay, guys, we are going to go to our next panel. Long range plans. New to Q4. Prep research for Q1. Remove or delay anything that's kind of, you thought it was going to fit into your plan, but it's just not the right time. You can remove that. You can delay it. Maybe it doesn't fit with your overall plan anymore. You can remove it. You don't have to do it. New opportunities, anything that's presented themselves that you may be considering. Look at, weigh the value of it and see whether it fits into your plan somehow. Or maybe it's something you might want to maybe start researching for Q1. And how do they impact your future plans? Let's see, Heather, lawyer gave me a form to fill out. Just need to sit down and start filling it out. Yeah. And if you're intimidated by the form, like I said, scrap paper, far less intimidating, and then you can transfer it in later. I wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's look at our long range plans. One of my long range plans is to start, I'm enjoying Instagram, but I want to challenge myself a bit, and I want to do some Instagram reels and maybe some YouTube shorts just for fun, and also that will help me with learning to edit video, because instead of trying to edit an hour's worth of film, you know what I mean, guys. I can edit something that's much shorter and just use the same skills and build myself up without intimidating myself so much. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's look at our long range goals and go. you guys do. Oop, get the right thing there. Elizabeth, a new plan in my Q4 is to slowly and steadily increase the amount of weight I lift in the gym. I'm still going to work on books 1 to 3 of my psychological thriller series in Q4. Sweet. Heather, Q4, getting the divorce finished, and Nano, perfect. Q1, getting the house ready to sell. And like I said, room by room, don't overdo it for yourself, right? Let's see. Oops. Elizabeth, in Q1, I want to look into apartments and find one for me. I've never lived alone before, so this will be something new for me. I want to live on my own since it would feel nice to have my own space. And you're probably at that point in your life where you're feeling that need, right? It's funny how you go from, I live with my parents, I'm fine with that, until it's like, yeah, what am I still doing here? Rita, Q4, Preptober stuff. Nano, keep posting chapters out there at Wattpad. Ooh, awesome. Nexus, keep writing. Instagram, since daughter's home. That will be a today project. YouTube content for Q1. Beautiful. Mel, new to Q4. Finally go back to exercising and start planning writing a new book during Nano. In Q1, I want to edit the work in progress I'm working on right now and travel a bit. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm doing something that is probably not ideal. I'm working on draft 4 of book 1. I am trying to plot book 2 with the idea that I'm going to, this is the crazy part, guys. I want basically approximately 100K this month with the book 1 and 100K for Nano. I'm not sure what I'm doing to myself. I know I can do it, but the fear of burnout is scaring the bejeebers out of me. The prospect that this could, I feel like I'm setting myself up for it. Not ideal. Not ideal. Elizabeth, I have also decided that I someday want to write a poetry book and get it traditionally published, but I'm in no hurry with that. I'll work on that a little bit in Q2 of 2023, but I may not look. I may. Yeah, to get it traditionally published until 2024. Yeah, and you're going to need a collection of them, so it'll take you a bit of time, right? Okay, guys. Yeah, I haven't actually considered too much about 2023 other than sort of a vision for the fall, and that always on what I'm doing now. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, guys, we're going to move into our next panel. Projects, active, current, new, next task steps, better, best goals, and use those incremental measurements, measured increments. So you can give yourself, like I've just been taking, I know I gave myself a good, better, best, but I'm basically taking the highest number and I'm dividing that one out. So instead of having to write down all 3, I know where the top is, and I simply cut that in half, and I know where my bottom is. But then I can basically, anything in between is my safe zone, right? It means I'm accomplishing the task without having to do gobs of math. Any problems, delays that you see currently with projects? Maybe you're waiting on another person to get back to you. Maybe your edits are out, but they're taking longer than they're supposed to. Anything like that. Your deadlines, list them down, get them in your face, put them on stickies on your monitor, make them seen. And are they serving your bigger goals? Let's see, guys, 2-minute timer going up, and let's tackle our projects and populate our plan with I probably consider the easiest step of our planning process. And go. Okay. So, I just realized as I was writing that out, we do have our virtual writing retreat next weekend. So I am going to try to put our plan with me as close to our regular time as I can do so. But I have to work around the other sprints. I'm gonna maybe ask Lisa if she minds if I go on, because I don't know if I can do it without overlap. That's the trick. Watch for that one to be scheduled, guys. I will do my best to keep it to our regular time slot, but I'm not sure what I can do. I don't want to step on any toes, but I do for sure want to have our planning sessions. So I don't know what that's going to look like. I will try to, at the very least, to get maybe a notification up to you guys for the community tab on Wednesday. I want to try for it. I'm not sure if it'll be set up by that point on the other end. So I will do my best. That's all I can promise you guys. I will do my best. Let's see. Phyllis Q4 2022, NaNoWriMo, day job and personal projects. Health, wellness, spiritual focus, and centering. Q1 2023, dental work. Continue my current projects, possibly add a new non-fiction research project. Ooh, intriguing. You'll have to give us more information on that when you are ready. Elizabeth, speaking of crazy, I read online about how someone wrote 1 million words in 1 month. 1 million? Were they real words? Were they sentences? Wow, that's an average of 33,334 words per day. Wow. Well, you are the one who inspired me to do the 100K, because I know that I always was tearing anyway with the basically giving myself the goal of write every day, 50K, and then type the end, which generally the end came at around the 80K mark, but often I found that was still a bit shy for a complete novel. So I'm giving myself that 20K just as kind of the ability to make it a more richer text. That's the goal. Let's see. As it gets colder, my barometric pressure migraines tend to get more frequent and worse, so I'm praying that doesn't happen this year. Any strategies you have around that? I have discovered that my word sprint average is lower on draft than on the current draft, I think, than on draft 1, where I can write and hardly think. Yeah, and that's the nature sometimes, because there's so much. The first time around, you're just coming up with it. The second book, you're having to connect the dots back to what previously happened, not break any of the rules that you've created for your world, for your characters, for any of your government or magic systems or anything like that. I know it's psychological, but any of the rules of your world. And so that's always in your mind. You go to put something down and you're like, hold on a second. Oh, they can't do that because blah, blah, blah happened in book 1. And then you're stopping yourself and you're having more of a little session with yourself. Maybe keep a notebook next to you so you can kind of write your thoughts out on paper. And if there's something you come up with that's a conflict, write it down and your brain can keep working on it as you maybe move forward into the next part of the text. Elizabeth, I also thought that I had to write draft 2. Oh, that's Steve. Sorry, guys. Elizabeth, I also thought that I had to write draft 2 in order, but I discovered that it's best if I write the scenes I know and then go back and figure out the chapters and scenes between those. Perfect. Yeah, definitely. There are no real rules to writing other than do what works for you. All right. Online projects, this Christmas novella, which I'll be doing this week and during the virtual retreat. Good, get it done. Better, get it done and edited. Best to get it done, edited, sent off to betas. Oh, awesome. Yes. I love how you tiered that. That is beautiful. Heather, divorce. There are 7 schedules she gave me, 2 filled out good, 4 better, 7 best. Beautiful. Love that structure. Rita, Lear chose 2 chapters this week. Nexus, move forward to 3 chapters. Maple River, prep outline for 1 sprint session. Rock lesson finished by Wednesday. Maybe write less until then. I have all weekend for words. Perfect. Oh, I love this, guys. These are beautifully structured. Phyllis, writing projects, active current, 1 or 2 memoirs, and 1 nonfiction self-help book. New, possibly a new memoir project, considering working on it during NaNoWriMo. Sweet, I love that. Rita, I can't imagine a million a day. Who knows if I can even write 50K in a month. $1 million in a month is insane. I question the legitimacy of it. That is, I mean, I'm sure it could be done, but wow. Talk about creating burnout for yourself. Let's see. Jenna, I need to get the rest of the propeller things done on track, but need to get ahead in time to do nano vlogs, especially if I want to do vlogmas stuff. Oh, I love that. Virgo? Oh dear, you did come down. Little pitter patter of feet. Let's see, Elaine, I need to get my Preptober stuff done too. Perfect. Thanks for the reminder, Jenna. Definitely. Yes. Try to get your, you don't even need, like, I didn't quite get it done, guys. I'm going to try to work on it tonight, so it can go up tomorrow. It's just start with a loose plan. Give yourself freedom during Nano, because it is, give yourself the, how do I put this? Give yourself the plan you need. If you are not a plotter, then, you know, maybe just hit the high points for yourself. That way you have a plan, and maybe throw yourself a list of some scenes you basically could see in the middle. But keep it loose. And if you're really, really into planning, still realize that things are going to change. So many people write a huge, complicated plan and then don't use it. They toss it out after, you know, a few chapters because the story goes off in a direction that's more interesting. So give yourselves the freedom, give yourselves the grace to work forward with what feels right. Okay? And then you can always go back to the plan if things derail. Let's see, Phyllis, yes, Jenna and Elaine, I definitely need to get my Preptober things done as well. Perfect. Has anyone been using Sarah's Preptober planner? I haven't. I downloaded it, and that's as far as I got with it. But that's what happens when you have a bug in the house that derails you. You don't get to do all the things you want to do. But I still have time. Elizabeth, I want to write 10K words this week. Beautiful goal. I love that. Very solid. Hopefully you all can see the link I posted. Links do not work on here. Give us a place and a name, and if it's searchable, that will work. Let's see, yes, maybe it's really useful. Perfect, cool. Rita, I start with a chapter outline, but then it changes so much, I think, why bother? But it's a place to start your story. Yeah, it starts your thinking processes. Totally makes sense, right? Okay, guys, we're going to populate our plan with all of our smaller tasks. Chores, errands, meal planning, admin tasks, banking, bill due dates, self-care. Please put them in your plans, guys. Make sure they happen. And sprints you want to attend. It's so powerful to write them down. I mean, I don't know how many times I mentally listed out the sprints I wanted to attend. Didn't attend them. This week I wrote them out and the days, and it happened. It happened because I did. Write it down, make it happen. And can you batch together shorter tasks so that they're into more of a nice time block for you to ensure you get them done? Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, shit, here we go. I wrote 1 million words in a month. Here's what happened and what I learned. You can copy that above and find the article about the person who wrote 1 million words in 1 month. Interesting. Okay, guys, we'll have to all... Now we have some homework. Elizabeth has sent us to find out what this person found out. I'm going to bet burnout occurred, and they probably haven't written a word since, but we'll see what happens. They always say you have to write that first 1 million words before you write anything good. So maybe they just found the magic way to get it over with, and everything they write from now on will be far more informed. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's do our smaller tasks and populate our planner with all those little things that keep life in order. And go. Okay, how did you guys do? Let's see. Jenna, we found mold in the ceiling of what I hope to be my new office. Trying to figure out if we can afford to have it fixed this week. Another reminder to find a new place to rent from. Yeah, I think you are definitely in need of a change. But until then, you make it work so you can get your things done, of course. Could be a goal for Q1, possibly, depending on how hard it is to move in your area during the cooler months. Let's see, Elizabeth, I am going to go grocery shopping today and do some cooking this evening. Perfect. Elaine, we have a bunch of appliance servicing tradespeople coming around this week. I need to get to the gym and I want to attend lots of sprints. Nap schedule. Okay. Yeah, just get it into your plan and try to make sure notifications are on. And what else could you do? Maybe timers. If there's something you really want to do, use the timer feature on your phone, guys. Have it go off a half hour before. That way, if you're already doing something, you can kind of wrap it up and you can go dive on into those sprints, right? Or get to the gym or whatever it is you need to do, right? Let's see, Rita. Sprints to attend, library programs, oracle cards. Oh, I didn't pull an... I will have an oracle card for you guys next week. I completely forgot this week. I'm so sorry. Kitchen duties, daily trackers list, and grocery run. Restoir, definitely. Elizabeth, sometimes the internet serves as a distraction. That is so, so, so true. It is dangerous to, I don't know about you guys, on my phone, I have, Google gives us the list of news and articles that you might like. That thing is so hard to get past. And I don't know how to turn off my phone. I really should. Because you go to open your phone to look up A, B, or C, and you're on it immediately because it's like right there in your face. And it's not good, guys. It's not good. I'm beginning to understand the distraction-free free write and things like that, because it just will make your life so much easier to not have all those ads there and all that other information that you're not looking for. Let's see. For me, we have a significant strata thing coming up for our property here. So I am going to encourage, since we have an AGM coming in, that the council meet this week or next before it to have a little session of council. So I am adding something to my plate that I'm kind of not enthused to take away my writing time from, but I think it's important. I think it's that I should put it forward to the groups. So it's going to cost me probably a few hours of my life, but I think in the long term it's a smart choice. Let's see. Phyllis, I need to buy some warmer clothes now that the weather is changing. Scheduled time for that. Struggling with meal planning. Probably will shop for 2 weeks at a time. Seems to work better. Oh, I like that. That's actually a good idea. I like that strategy. We tend to do week to week, but that's actually, I like that. Elizabeth, I plan to create another Gmail and stop using the other two I have that get so many junk emails that I don't need to know about. So true, so true. I need to see if I can change email addresses on my Amazon account. Oh yeah, you can. Just go into your profile. Is that what they call it? Yeah, they call it your profile. You can get in there and do there. If not, I'll open up that email as needed for Amazon emails. Perfect. Okay, guys, we are going to dive into our important dates for the next 2 weeks. Events, birthdays, appointments, commitments, deadlines, note travel time, and if any action prep is needed. Today is Thanksgiving, as you guys know, so I tried to do a bit of prep yesterday to make things easier for today. The idea being that way, I'm going to do a little prep after this between our planning session and our writing sprints. Again, just get a little more done, and that way by the time we wrap up with our writing sprints, it'll just be the meal part that would take that amount of time anyway. Let's see. Elizabeth, I'm sick and tired of seeing all these unread junk emails and all the ones that come in every day. Try to unsubscribe to some if you can. Okay, guys, I'm going to use Google Docs. You use your paper planner or wherever you put the majority of your scheduled things, and dates, reminders, birthdays, and stuff. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer, and let's look at those important dates. Make sure this happens. Okay. Get done. What did you guys do? I don't have as much on my calendar, but I'm realizing that there's a slew of things I do need to schedule and put into that calendar. So I have to work on that and get those in there and get dates and times for those. Let's see. Elizabeth, my mother's birthday is tomorrow. Oh, sweet. How are you going to celebrate with her? I did get her a gift already, so that is taken care of. Perfect. Let's see, Elizabeth, I want to wake up at 7:30 a.m. instead of giving myself just enough time to get to work at 7 a.m. 4:30 a.m. I enjoy early a.m. writing, so if I can do that, then that would be a huge help. Ooh. And does that work with the rest of your day? Like you don't have something really late at night that you have to do, right? Phyllis, thanks. You're so welcome for encouraging us to look ahead 2 weeks. I have a group I lead that meets next week. I just scheduled some time to prepare my agenda and send it out prior to that meeting. Sweet. Yeah, I found 1 week wasn't enough. That things would like surprise you, and it's like, hold on. Whoops, I needed to prep more for that than I knew. So yeah, 1 week is not enough, guys. It really isn't. 2 weeks. And even if you scan a little bit ahead of that, that's fine too. Jenna, planning for a writing retreat weekend and end of a grading period for teaching. We're meeting with a financial planner this week, and I have a doctor appointment and author interview the next week. Sweet, beautiful plans. Fun ones too in there. Elaine, I have friends coming over next Saturday and the virtual retreat, and I need to upload this book to Amazon too. Yes. And you'll have them all done. You're good. You're gonna get it all done. You've got this. Jenna definitely agreed with Phyllis. I totally forgot about that interview. Ooh, okay. Then, in other words, what you're saying is the system works. Yes, thanks, Jenna. Elaine, oh, and I need to organize a new perma-free on Amazon. Sweet. Heather, daughter has a group fundraiser next Saturday. Looks clear. Other than that, maybe. Yeah, you're like me. You're like, I'm looking at it going, it may not be scheduled yet, but I know that stuff's coming in there. Rita, doctor appointment, library programming, and craft night. Weekend, there's the writing retreat and Canva workshop through another group. Oh, sweet. Need to check the times for that. Text out for the next meeting. Sweet. I think I need to go into Canva and start deleting some of my previous posts that I've already created. The thing is running so sluggish, and I'm thinking it's because I've got a lot saved in there of previous projects, and I need to go clean that up. And I'm going to add that to my list. I'm going to tidy Canva because I don't like how it's running and I use it, so I need it to work well. Elizabeth, it should work with my day since I go to the gym right after I get to work. Perfect. Love that. Okay, guys, we're going to do our get ahead, create a buffer for vacations, for longer interruptions, for NaNoWriMo, self-care breaks, mental health days, all those little things that we need to consider. I lost about 2-3 days this week to not feeling too great because of the plan. I know that I can make up any that I lost, but definitely try to create some buffers in your life. Nano, you're going to be writing 1,667 words a day, or more or less, depending on if you get behind and you can make up words, or if you want to. Once upon a time, I used to do the reverse Nano, and I would basically start super, super high when all the ideas were there, and do like, what was the first one? It was like a 4,000 word day. And then it would basically go lower and lower until the last day. I think all you needed was one word all the way through it. And actually, that was a really, really good way to do it because you got so much writing done at the beginning that you created a nice buffer for yourself, that the rest of the month became a little easier. So something to think about. Just because they say 1,667 words each day does not mean you need to do that, guys. You can do, you can start hard and fast. You can do a 10K day if you want on the first day, and give yourself that fabulous buffer if you're up for it. That way it just makes the rest of the month much easier. All right, 2-minute timer, guys, and let's see where we want to create some buffers in our life so that we can give ourselves the freedom to truly enjoy vacations, nano, any kind of break where we need, and go. Oops. Okay. How did you guys make out on that one? Let's see. Okay, Mildred. Hey, Mildred. Learned something new this time around. Did put my monthly calendar up and it's throwing me off. I start a new job tomorrow and really need to stay organized. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the monthly calendar is your place to get everything down that's going to be coming at you. The things you're going to forget about, those doctor's appointments, the schedules, the things that are not part of your normal day-to-day. So you get those down in your monthly calendar, and that way when they're there, and then you can take your creative plans and marry the two together so that you are always doing what needs to happen along with the things you want to have happen. Let's see. Elizabeth, my workouts are a huge part of my self-care. If I don't get enough exercise, I get antsy and feel like my life is off. My hyperactive ADHD brain needs intense exercise. Yes. Let's see, Phyllis, I need the idea of a mental health day. I like the idea of mental health day. I am going to schedule one this month. Thanks for the reminder. You're so welcome. Elaine, I'm going to spend this Thursday doing nothing but watching horror movies. I love that because I do need a proper break. I love that. We did see Hocus Pocus too. It was good, guys. It was very enjoyable. So I recommend. I went into it kind of dreading it, going, oh, it's not going to be good, but it was so good. I enjoyed. Let's see, Jenna, half of my students have off Wednesday, so I am thinking of taking that day to catch up on paperwork so I can take some PTO on Thursday to take care of mental health and life things. I know what PTO is. Why can't I think of it? Let's see, Phyllis Julian. Let's see, Elizabeth, I also plan to keep my NaNoWriMo water bottle on my desk to remind myself of the purpose of my desk. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I have mine off the side, but I like that. Just put it somewhere where you can see it. That's a great idea. And a good excuse to play with my desk a little bit more. Phyllis Lane, I love it. Perfect. Elena Phyllis, grinning, squinting face. Yeah, I don't actually get to see the little characters, unfortunately. Emojis. Characters? Okay, guys. Paid time off. Thank you. I knew it. Heather, getting ready for a nano plan ahead and batch cook some freezable meals so I'm not cooking and we have food to eat. Beautiful. I was just thinking of that. I'm like, what can I pre-make? I'm going to find some easy recipes, multi-day recipes, so they can be some reheat days and just kind of keep things interesting and hopefully easier to do. Elaine, which means I should break out the popcorn too. Woo. Let's see. Oh, sorry guys. Long hair problems. Rita, I plan on having more self-care days the next couple of weeks. No burnout and stress for Nano. I know I can write the 50K in 30 days. Print a poster with some encouraging words. Love that. Thank you guys. Pay time off. Yes. My bad. Okay. Sorry about that. Stupid long hair. Okay, now. Are you ready, Elaine? Are you ready? Reality check. Can you successfully manage to do everything you've chosen with the time you have? What should you delay? Protect yourself from burnout. But you guys have already learned so much. You are already putting it part of your plan. I love it. But still, let's take a look and make sure that we are not overdoing and we are populating a plan that can be successful. Maybe make it a little bit challenging for yourself, but always try to make it successful so you feel good at the end of the week. This is speaking of migraines and headaches. The brain is the least understood organ in the human body. Yep, so true. And the most important one, really, right? I wasn't pointing out, it's fine. Okay, guys, let's do 2 minutes and we're just going to take a look at this plan and see if there's anything we want to just push aside a little bit or maybe break down a little bit to an incremental measurements so that we know that we can tackle some of it, but if we only have time to do all of it, right? Okay, guys, 2-minute timer and go. Elizabeth, I can do what I have chosen to do since I am being realistic. I want to be unrealistic sometimes, but I am learning how to stop myself from putting too much onto myself. Perfect. Yes, definitely. And it's easy to do. I know, guys. Let's see. Elizabeth, one could argue that the heart is more important than the brain, but the heart can't work without the brain, so it goes both ways. They both can't work without the other. Ooh, I love that. Beautiful. Awesomely said. Elaine, well, my week is aspirational. I'm looking at 104 planned task blocks, when in reality I have 80 average and 90 in a busy week. But there are planning, thinking times that can drop off as necessary. Oh, I like how you've wrote that down. That's beautiful. Elizabeth, except I did hear of a boy who was born with a brain stem and no brain, and he was alive at age 2. How did that work? That's interesting. Heather, I think I am good, but I have a seasonal promotion at work, and some days it is kicking my tail. We'll see how this week turns out. Any way you can get help with that? Anyone you can bring in to assist you? Maybe do some of the more minor tasks. You can focus on the more important ones, possibly. Elizabeth, the story of this boy with no brain was on the news 6 years ago. Interesting. Rita, toss accounting into December or start the new year fresh with that. Thursday will be a no writing day for me due to library program. At least the craft that night will be relaxing. Sweet. Jenna, aiming for 75 to 85% completion of goals in the coming weeks since the holidays bring so many things at once. December, I'm thinking December will be fine for a burnout month, really. The rebound for my debut series is almost over, and relaunch is going to be in Q1 or Q2. Sweet, love that. Elizabeth, reality check. I was going to attend a conference this week, but I don't see where I have time for it. It is optional, so I won't be attending. I also am planning to take a mental health day on Friday. Oh, that's beautiful. I love this breakdown at the end of just taking a look and going, hold on a second. What am I thinking, right? We get so much more done and we're accomplishing so much because we're being honest with ourselves. I love how you did that, Elaine, with the realizing that normal 80, 90 is like a max, 104, and you know where you can take away already, which is so good. Elizabeth, when I saw TB, I was confused, and the first thing I thought it was tuberculosis. Unless you can, task block makes much more sense. Yes. That's okay. Heather, I am the person doing the minor tasks. I'm doing QA, unless you can get new people to do their job right. Do the right, yeah. Elaine, definitely task blocks, definitely. Jenna, thank you for helping us to contextualize everything. Oh, sweet, I love that. Okay, guys, we're gonna head into our final panel together. We're gonna get a break of about 40 minutes before we have our writing sprints. So, next steps: populate your planner. Create your master plan or ideal week. It's never going to be perfect, but get down more or less where you think things are going to fit. That way you go into each day with some kind of structure that you already know. Schedule your self-care. Always, maybe not all of it, but at least half of it. Create Monday's daily plan so you can start the week ready to go with the plan in place, knowing where you're going to start and have a powerful, successful day. And then celebrate your successes, follow a plan, and build your dreams, guys. Thank you for joining me for another session. We're getting better and better at this. I love how much we've all grown as planners. I love that our wording has gotten so much more concise, and our structure of our plans are becoming more realistic with just that perfect touch of challenge. Love this, guys. Elizabeth, I don't want this planning session to end. I'm ready for hour 2 of planning. I'm ready to keep planning. I love it. I'm ready for a nap before the big family social evening. Happy holidays. See you all I'll see you at some of the sprints this week. Love these planning sessions. Thank you guys, and I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving with your family. Thank you for the planning. Look forward to sprints shortly too. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get out of here so we can have at least some semblance of a break. Go kick back, play with your planners if you're at that stage. If not, go refresh your beverage, have some food, and get ready for part 2 of our afternoon together. Let's see, Heather, thank you as always for this. I can't seem to motivate myself to do this on my own. See you at sprints, definitely. And thank you. I'm glad you guys are finding this useful. Let's see, Heather, excellent session. Thanks. You are so welcome. Thank you again for the happy Thanksgiving. See you all next week. Definitely. Maybe we could do a long planning session someday, just once. Well, think of ideas of what we could do, and definitely we can figure something out, guys. Share in the comments anything you can think of, and then we can maybe like once a month maybe do like get our monthly planning involved or something. Throw the ideas down in the comments, and we can see what we can incorporate and mix it up. I love mixing up, guys. Okay, I'm out of here. I will see you guys in 40 minutes for our writing session. Bye, guys.